Scott Marcus here in Los Angeles, and I'm not even going to talk about a specific story, but just Los Angeles. It's amazing. It's the American dream in so many ways. This is a place that is full of so much history, so many stories, so much just magic happening. And unfortunately, when you have a place that attracts people that are pursuing their dreams and willing to do just about everything for their dreams, that could lead to some massive tragedy. So the bigger the hopes, the bigger the heights, the harder the falls. And we have all of that here, unfortunately, in Los Angeles. We've got amazing innovation. I mean, just look at William Mulholland, a guy who developed so much of Los Angeles and became a big millionaire, multi-millionaire way back in the day. And then the Passaic Dam disaster happens, ruins his life, ruins his career, and of course many people died in that disaster, something that's very much overlooked today. But Los Angeles is full of stories like that. And just as I stand up here, overlooking, literally I'm just over top of the Hollywood Bowl. Behind me, I've got Griffith Park Observatory. A little further this way, the Hollywood sign. Off in this direction, you've got downtown Los Angeles, a wonderful, amazing historic core of Los Angeles, where the first settlers set up shop. Some extraordinarily old buildings down there. People don't think Los Angeles is more than a couple decades old, but believe me, that history dates way, way, way back. Of course, First Nations people as well. There's all sorts of legends and lore going back well before this was actually a state. So you have downtown Los Angeles here, and then in the foreground here, Hollywood. Very easy to find the Capitol Records building, always, that iconic stack of records with a needle drop right on top of it. And then right down the street, down Ivar, is the Knickerbocker Hotel. So many things happen there. From the positives of Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio going there while they were courting and then coming back there on their honeymoon, to lots of tragedies, some deaths unfortunately, but also the final Houdini seance took place on that roof 10 years after his death, led by his wife Bess. And that is a place where you only have to go a couple of steps in between each ghost story. The difficulty we had with putting that ghost tour together, the Hollywood Boulevard ghost stories, is which ones do we exclude? Because there's so many stories, we can't possibly fit them all in. And it's such a condensed area, which again, I think just echoes that idea that the more big dreams, the more hard falls. You have so many positives, even with the ghost stories, and I don't want to overlook that. You have places like the Pantages Theater, and on the other end of Hollywood Boulevard, a few blocks away, the Roosevelt Hotel. Both of those places insanely haunted. With who? People that love to be there in life. They're still coming back to hang out, and well, I would probably be one of those eventually. I'm not rushing to that. But of course, then you have the tragedies. You have the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short. You have Peg and Twistle. You have all of these unsolved murders. As we're on a hillside, we have the Hillside Strangler stories. There are the highs and lows of this city, the dichotomy of the haves and have-nots, the constant struggle to improve individual lives or to improve the city is something that's ongoing. History is alive, and I don't think it's more apparent than a place like Los Angeles, where so much is changing all the time. Historic places are being lost, so make every effort to see them while you can. But of course, there's still tons and tons and tons of historic places that I can't say they'll never go away, with places like the Biltmore Hotel or the Roosevelt Hotel, these truly iconic places that are so celebrated today. And even as I'm standing here, I am over top of the Hollywood Bowl. It's right below me. Somebody's sound checking right now, I can hear. But right across the street from them is a place called The Barn. What's The Barn? It's the first ever movie studio. When they tried to come out west and set up shop in Arizona, the weather was actually bad, so they kept going. They landed here, and they didn't film right there. They filmed a little bit closer into town, but they eventually moved the building. So the original building of the first soundstage ever still exists. And it's this beautiful Hollywood Heritage Museum that you can still visit today. I can go on, and I'd love to go on and on and on. So if anybody wants to talk about LA history, Hollywood history, downtown LA, a place that I champion all the time because there is really so much to do there. There's so much to see. It's a place that I love to bring people to. Not the Cecil Hotel. Speaking of tragedy, I'll stay away from the Cecil Hotel, but I'll take people to the Biltmore, Olvera Street, the Pico House, and another place that I think somebody loved in life and is therefore still hanging out. There's just so much to celebrate in this town. And as we look a little bit further west, further away, we have Culver City, another bright spot that I hope to do a lot more videos about soon. Thank you all for watching, for sticking around. If you're able to just watch me ramble on like this, but I do love this city. There's so many great stories to celebrate and share. If you want to hear about one specifically, let me know.